Your SHRM or HRCI certification is one of your biggest accomplishments. I know the time and effort and the money that you've poured into earning your HR certification. So now you need to make sure it's working as hard for you as you did for it. Now, sure, it can land you a better job or even get you a raise. But today, we're diving into unexpected ways to leverage your HR certification. And trust me, you want to stick around for the last one because it is incredibly lucrative. The first side hustle we're going to explore is a note specialist. If you've been meticulous in note taking and you've been able to create a set of comprehensive but condensed notes, then this can be a very big payoff. Trust me, candidates who are just starting in their journey are willing to pay you for your effort. They want to see what you considered important. They want to know what helped you pass and see exactly what you use to get where they're trying to be. A note-taking specialist excels at creating detailed, organized, and comprehensive notes. You can use lectures, textbooks, or any other study material to take these meticulous notes, highlighting the key concepts and the important details, and then give summaries that will be highly useful for exam preparation. Once the notes are complete, you can sell those notes to other students who are preparing for the same exam. These notes are valued because they are clear, they are thorough, and they save time. This allows candidates to focus on studying the content rather than creating their own notes from scratch. You are providing a valuable service. You are offering a high-quality study material that can enhance others' understanding and their performance on the exam. If this is something you think you can excel at, you have to remember you're offering that service. So you want to make sure you're offering value. So use structured formats like outlines or bullet points or even headings just to keep your notes clear and logical. Use diagrams and charts or other visuals to illustrate complex concepts. Bonus points if you can turn those notes into a full infographic guide. Then you need to identify your audience. Provide a sample of your notes to show how high quality they are and bring the audience to you. Then you can sell your notes on Etsy or Gumroad or your very own website. Trust me, note-taking is something that is highly sought after. And if you can take the time to create these meticulous notes, it can be a very big payoff. Next is an experience expert. An experience expert is a person who has extensive firsthand knowledge and experience with taking the HR exam and then uses that expertise to help others prepare for the same exam. Now, I know this might sound outside of the box, but think of the questions you had while you were preparing. Simple things like, can I wear jewelry? Or when will I receive my authorization to test? Or how do I apply for accommodations? These are all questions that might take significant effort to find the answer to. If you can document every aspect of your journey and have the answers to these questions on standby, you can be paid for that peace of mind. You can hold 30-minute to 1-hour sessions where you walk candidates through the exam from beginning to end and answer questions they are too embarrassed to ask. You can share your insights about the exam format or challenges that you faced, share effective study strategies and tips for managing test day anxiety. By offering this personalized advice and guidance, you'll help others understand what to expect and how to navigate the entire exam process. In exchange for your time and service, charge a fee. This is a valuable, supportive service. It helps others to have a peace of mind. It helps them to release some of their anxiety. And in exchange, you are going to be compensated. You have to remember to be personalized. Think of the things that no one told you. Think of the things that are outside of the box. Think of the things that you were too embarrassed to ask anyone else, and then answer those questions for your candidates. This can be a very lucrative service but it's not something that is on the radar of a lot of exam candidates. So it's a service they may not know that they need. You'll have to do some work to introduce it to the candidates, but once you introduce the service that you're offering, trust me, you are going to have a lot of customers. There are so many things that people want to ask, and there are so many things that they don't know to ask. You don't know what you don't know, and so you can fill in that gap. The next side hustle is a quiz host. A quiz host helps exam candidates prepare for their upcoming tests by hosting interactive question and answer sessions. During these sessions, you'll guide the participants on how to effectively read and interpret their exam questions and help them develop strategies to find the correct answers. By creating this dynamic and engaging learning environment, you're going to help the candidates enhance their understanding of the exam content and improve their test-taking skills. Now, in order to be an effective quiz host, you have to have an in-depth understanding and a supreme comprehension of the exam topics. The quiz sessions won't be effective unless you can provide explanations and answer questions while you're in session. The quiz night objective is to help the candidates to understand how to approach the questions and then link those questions to the study material. The good thing is you're an expert now, so you can do it. This service is offered for a fee. You're going to provide valuable assistance to candidates who are trying to perform well on their exams, just like you did. So teach techniques for understanding and analyzing the exam questions. Teach them how to eliminate wrong answers and make educated guesses when they have no idea what the answers are. You can conduct practice quizzes that mimic the real exam environment. That helps the candidates to get used to the pressure and the format of the exam, and then encourage them as a group to discuss and explore different perspectives and try to deepen their understandings. But don't forget, it is a quiz night, game night, so you have to make it fun. The next side hustle is a job description crafter. Yes, companies will pay you for that, and you're perfect for the job. A job description crafter is a professional who specializes in reviewing job descriptions to ensure they're free from biased language and they are engaging and appealing to potential candidates. You'll be meticulously analyzing those job descriptions to identify any discriminatory or uninspiring wording and then revising them according to best practice. The goal is to create job descriptions that are inclusive, they are clear, and they are attractive, ultimately helping organizations attract a diverse, high-quality pool of applicants. This service is provided for a fee, offering companies a valuable resource in their recruitment process. Apply your best practice for inclusive language to ensure the job description appeals to a diverse audience. Make sure you use your newfound knowledge of microaggressions and bias and inclusiveness to identify discriminatory terms and phrases that might deter potential candidates. Simplify complex jargon. Ensure the job description is easy to understand. Use engaging language to make the job description and the company look attractive to potential candidates. This is a service that no business really thinks they need. I mean, after all, they're probably paying full-time recruiters or talent acquisition specialists for just this reason. But now you're an expert. You just have to show them that your service is a necessity. You can start by partnering with HR consulting firms or with recruitment agencies or talent acquisition platforms to offer your service maybe as an add-on to their existing service. Or you could host like a free webinar or a best practice seminar for writing job descriptions. And then at the end, you can show off your expertise and then you could pitch your service. Another creative way might be to write a comprehensive guide on crafting job descriptions and then offering that maybe as a free download in exchange for an email address. And then you can use the email list that you build to pitch your service that way, right? Or you can put it in the format of an ebook. And that actually brings us to our next side hustle. An ebook writer creates comprehensive and informative ebooks designed to help individuals prepare for HR certification exams. The ebooks cover essential topics. They provide study guides or practice questions or tips and strategies to enhance exam readiness. You can then sell your ebook for a fee. You can target any topic. So if there is something that you grasp really well, I'm willing to bet you there is someone else who didn't, and they could use your expertise. So put it in an ebook. Some books that might do really well are practice question ebooks, especially with explanations. Theories, you could provide detailed explanations on the theories in the HR exams. Make sure you're using pictures and stories to reinforce those points. A lot of people learn better with pictures and stories. You might also focus on laws or test taking strategies. You could also do a complete and comprehensive guide, and I bet you that one would do exceptionally well. Become a course writer. An online course writer specializing in human resource exams is a professional who designs and develops comprehensive online courses aimed at helping people prepare for the HR certification exams. The courses typically include video lectures, of course, practice questions, but other resources to facilitate learning. You can then sell your courses for a fee online. For anybody that is self-studying or looking for supplemental material, this is going to provide a valuable but pocket-friendly resource. And I know what you may be thinking. You may feel like you don't have the level of deep knowledge that this requires, but here's a tip. You don't have to try to take on the entire exam content. If there's something that you grasped really well, put it in a course. Or if there's just something that you can commit to becoming an expert in, that's also an option. Just think outside of the box. You can create a course about studying with disabilities, or you can focus on how to study if you only have weekends, or you can prepare candidates for job interviews or for becoming HR generalists or for HRBPs. The SHRM certification has prepared you to be an expert in so many things. There is a wide range of possibilities. And I can guarantee you, if you put together a valuable course, your audience will come to you. DE&I is becoming a huge topic in every organization, and rightfully so. A DE&I specialist has the potential to grow and expand as the topic expands and garners more attention. Organizations are going to need plenty of help keeping up, and this is where you come in because you're an expert now. An HR diversity coach is a professional who specializes in guiding organizations in fostering diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workplace. They work closely with HR departments, the leaders of the organization, the managers, and the employees to develop different strategies or programs or initiatives that promote diversity and create the inclusive work environment that we're looking for. You, as a DE&I specialist, will conduct trainings and workshops and provide educational programs to build awareness around DE&I and respect for cultural differences. You will help the organization to revise their policies or revise their procedures to be free from bias and discrimination because these are the barriers to diversity. As a DE&I specialist, you can support the establishment and the growth of employee resource groups. This provides a forum for diverse employees to connect and collaborate, and you can also advocate for that inclusion on their behalf. This is a topic that is only going to grow. You can get in now and grow your business right alongside the DE&I initiatives. Make money from blogging, but not just any blog, a funny one. A human resources exam blogger is someone who runs a blog dedicated to sharing amusing anecdotes, stories, and insights related to the HR certification process and the journey of preparing for HR exams. You will inject humor and wit into the exam process by making the often daunting, stressful task of exam preparation more enjoyable and relatable for your audience. There are so many resources available for HR exam preparation. You can offer a refreshing break from the traditional study materials. Your blog can serve as a diversion. You can allow readers to unwind and laugh while they're still gaining valuable insights and tips. Through the blog, you foster a sense of community among HR exam candidates, and readers can engage with the content through comments, sharing their own experiences, and contributing to the collective laughter and camaraderie. Studying for HR exams can be stressful, but you can inject positivity and optimism By focusing on the lighter side of the journey, you'll help readers maintain a positive mindset and stay motivated throughout their exam preparation. And you have to know firsthand how much that laughter is going to be needed in the process. We're rounding out our list with a social media influencer, and after that is our most lucrative side hustle. So stick around. A human resource exam social media influencer is someone who leverages their online presence and their following to provide guidance, support, or inspiration to individuals preparing for the HR exam. Through your social media platforms such as Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube or whatever you have, you can share valuable resources, study tips, motivational content, or your personal insight related to the HR certification process. You can influence your audience's study habits by sharing your techniques, time management strategies, or your organizational tips to help optimize exam preparation. You can then influence your audience's choice of study materials or the books or online courses that they use by providing reviews or recommendations and insights into the most valuable resources. You might even influence which exam the HR professionals take or which extra credential they might try to earn. And the final and most lucrative side hustle is HR exam instructor and coach. While this might be the most lucrative, it is also the most time-consuming, and it requires extensive knowledge and in-depth comprehension of the material. There is a certain aspect of customer service and mentorship and friendship and even counseling that goes into this side hustle. And trust me, I know. You will need to commit to continuous learning and research to stay abreast of changes in the exam and to stay ahead of trends to make sure your students are well prepared. It is a very rewarding job, and it truly feels amazing to see people that you spend months pouring into realize their dreams. But you will need a great deal of patience. You need to understand how to inject all three learning styles, and you will need to have several ways that you can help people to understand the material. This side hustle will probably take you a couple of years to truly walk into and be effective in, but it can be done. It's also not something you should walk into lightly. Think about your own journey and the time and effort that you put into it. Think about how important it was to you and the hopes and dreams that rested inside of your certification. That means that someone is putting their hopes and dreams into you, and that is a huge responsibility. You often carry the burden of students who just can't grasp a term, and you feel the disappointment of those who didn't pass the exam. You lose sleep constantly thinking of new ways to teach a concept or new examples that might provide the clarity that your students need. You're up writing and rewriting your curriculum to keep up with the changes and advancements. Taking on this job requires a family commitment because, in a sense, you're adding a new family unit. It requires so much of your time and so much of your attention. It's a big job, but somebody has to do it. And that someone could very well be you.